Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Breeze's Saints going up against Wilson's Seahawks. With that, let's get you up to Seattle. We're standing by are our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the New Orleans Saints and the Seattle Seahawks. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. First carry for Thomas Rawls. And he'll work his way forward up to the 22. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The starters for the Seahawks of Seattle on the offensive side. Charles, they could use a big game from Thomas Rawls.
And they really loved what they got out of him last year because an undrafted player is not supposed to give you nearly 6 yards a carry in production. And that's exactly what he did. They need a big game out of him, and they expect it.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. As we get a look at the defensive starters, the secondary, they're certainly going to need to be on their toes in this one.
And you know me really well. Where do I start analyzing a game? From the secondary. And these guys have to be...
And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
What kind of game are we going to have in store for us? I understand the call here if it's the final 2 minutes and you're losing. But this is the opening drive of the game. That is too big a chance for my blood. But give them credit. They got it to pay off.
Another run, but this time it's Rawls. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Rawls got a big ovation from the Seattle crowd. First game since week 2 for him when he played against Philadelphia, 57 yards on the ground.
Well, you remember what he did last season, filling in and becoming the #1 running back before breaking an ankle later in the year at Baltimore. And so they couldn't wait to have him back full time because Christian Michael no longer with the team. C.J. Prosise, who was expected to fill that role as well, he got hurt in this past game. So they need every bit of Thomas Rawls going forward.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking deep downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
On 2nd down, Rawls. And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talked about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now it's Wilson, and that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse, and now it's 3rd down. They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. 26 yards on the play there. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. And now a first down following that long gain. Wilson going to give to Rolls. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
On 2nd down, Wilson. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's brought down. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. On the ground, Rolls. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Thomas Rolls taking it in from 2 yards out. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. On the return, here's Marcus Murphy. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 1st down, Breeze. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. He dumps it down to Ingram. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he is going to lose yardage here. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They do go for it. It's moved. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Cliff Averill in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he's brought down. The play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Wilson to give to Rolls. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Thomas Rolls with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. Now Breeze throwing on second down. And this is going to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And that takes us from second to third down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Throwing now is Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
They stay on the ground, rolls again. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. And Baldwin was over 100 yards receiving, but we mentioned it earlier, the play that people were talking about, his touchdown pass to his quarterback, Russell Wilson.
And it's not just the people talking about it. I will guarantee Doug Baldwin is talking about it. He's going to walk into the offensive team room this week. He's going to walk into the quarterback room this week and say, you know something? Maybe this is where I should be. He's going to have a lot of fun with this one.
Big help in their win over the Eagles. On second down, there's Baldwin. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Let's take a quick second here and talk about some of these young coaches. These rookie coaches are having quite an impact here in the NFL, and I'm going to start with Doug Peterson with the Philadelphia Eagles. I think he's getting off to a nice start. They're 500, but remember they got out of the gate at 3-0.
Yeah, Adam Gase at 6-4 for the Dolphins as well.
On a 5-game run, in fact. And Dirk Cutter, I know 5-5. People aren't going to get excited.
Willie Snead all alone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Willie Snead, 75 yards. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. And they just ran the fly route there, didn't they?
You broke it down perfectly. He ends up catching that one and taking it all the way into the end zone.
Well, thanks. It was pretty simple to break down, though. I mean, that's just a guy going, running on the go route, making a play.
Speed,
Kills.
speed, speed. And what does it do?
It kills.
There you go.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
He's going to look deep down the field. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Defense sinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Now Breeze. And he's got Snead. And he's brought down after a good gain. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. To throw, it's Breeze. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Here's Breeze to throw. Caught by Snead over the middle. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
The out route's such a timing route that sometimes the guy throwing the ball just throws it almost blindly, just kind of counts on that timing winning. And in this case, the ball was batted away.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Breeze will try again on second down. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a field goal here, they're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And, my friend, let's switch to weather talk for a second because the seasons, they are a-changing a little bit. We saw a lot of cold weather games in Week 11, didn't we?
That we did. I'm surprised you're not strumming a guitar right now while you're talking to me. But let's face it, if you're a kicker, if you're a punter, a lot of quarterbacks say the same thing. Please let these games be in domes this time of year, especially going down the stretch, because it can really wreak havoc with your game.
Good thing for you, you'll be in Miami Thanksgiving weekend. You got 49ers and the Dolphins.
Yes, I will. Be working on my tan.
On third and long, it's Breeze. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll try to get the running game going with Rawls. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. 10 yards still left on second down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Man, how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really like what he did there.
There's Wilson, and able to find Graham, complete. Give him 12 yards on that one, and earns him a fresh set of downs.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that third down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
Third time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on third, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Thomas Rawls taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
They come up with one back. That's Ingram. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Well, my friend, time permitting here. Happy Thanksgiving week.
Happy Thanksgiving to you as well.
What's on your plate Thanksgiving? What's your go-to?
My go-to? Well, obviously, got to have the turkey.
The bird.
A little bird right away. And, no rookie jokes about, having to get that like the NFL teams do. But got to have that. I love the yams. I can't help myself. Those yams with a little marshmallow on top.
That's a waste of time.
A waste of time.
Yeah.
A little cranberry sauce.
Also a waste of time.
Boy, you drive a hard bargain. I do love the gravy poured on top.
I'll go with you on the gravy. Need
mashed potatoes, baby.
I do go sweet potatoes, corn and green bean casserole, some biscuits.
I can't believe you call any food a waste of time. What is wrong with you?
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Breeze now on first down. Kobe Fleener, the tight end, his intended target. And it's second down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Back to the air on second down. It's Breeze. And it's caught. Kobe Fleener. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Breeze now on first down.
And there's a nice completion to Kobe Fleener, and no one can be happier than Drew Brees.
Yeah, he had Jimmy Graham for all those years, Ben Watson last year, and now coming south from Indianapolis, Fleener. Second down now after the incompletion. Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. And Josh Hill has it. And he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it's a second down. And quickly, they get to the line. Now Breeze. Brought in left side by Snead. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They come out here in the eye. Breeze going to sneak it. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to fourth down.
They gain nothing, and all they need are inches. Usually we put this on the offensive line, but sometimes it's the quarterback's fault as well on the sneak. You've got to get low and burrow.
Usually we talk about O-line surge. Their D-line surge leading to fourth. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. On the keeper, it's Breeze. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
For those vertically challenged quarterbacks, here's a time where they will tell you it's an advantage to be a little bit on the smaller side. Able to duck in behind their offensive line and stick the ball across the imaginary yellow line for a first down.
Final minute now of the third quarter. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now this time, Breeze will throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Breeze will try again on second down. This will be caught just inside the 10. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to have a third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end. and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
A long drive here. Play 12 coming up for the offense.
A nickel look by Seattle on third down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 5. And that's going to make it 4th down. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Now Breeze got it, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Kobe Flainer from 3 yards out, and the Saints get a bit closer. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. The big fella. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Breeze is going to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. The drive begins with a run by Rawls. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. On 1st down, Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin second touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And up 2 scores late. No clue why you do this here, but they're going to go for the onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
They come up with one back. That's Ingram. Now Breeze throwing on second down. He dumps it down to Ingram. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Still in search of the first down after that last completion. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Breeze now. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cliff Averill in there to get him again. The 3rd time he sacked him here tonight. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure's
and the Saints signal for another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. 3 yards left to grab here on 3rd down. They come out here in the eye. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. He finds his man, Baldwin. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. First down, this is Rawls. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out costs him 5 as he's going to be out of bounds right at the 20. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. They come up with one back. That's Ingram. Looking for his tight end fleeter, and it's intercepted.